Okay, so hey guys, and welcome back to another Sport This Week. Thank you so much for the support on the last one. It went down really well. So we're back again with another one. So it's been a whole week, and there's lots and lots of stuff that's been happening. If you don't already know, there's been loads of games in tennis. Been loads of transfers going on in the football. Have got my notes down here, so that's why I keep looking down. Because there is just so much. I've got like 2 pages of notes. And there's also been the F1 Grand Prix, and the cricket's still cricket kind of finished earlier this week. Well, T20 is still going on, but it's going on, but nobody really cares that much about that one. No, I'm just joking. I will report on it probably next week, but it's only been one game so far. But starting off, we're gonna switch it up. We're gonna start off with tennis this week. Okay, so in the tennis, there's been lots of games in the Cincinnati US Open. I think that's what it's called. But yeah, so starting off, Serena Williams won 2-0 versus Russ. Just Russ, that's her name. Konta won 2-0 against Philippkens. Murray won 2-1 versus Zverev. This is going to be very hard to just name all these names. But that was a very close game from what I saw. Djokovic won 2-0 versus Barancic. Konta won 2-0 against Zvonareva. And Djokovic won again 2-0 versus Sandgren. And then still going on, Murray then lost 2-0 versus Raonic. So that kind of stopped his campaign of the Cincinnati Cup. Open. Serena Williams then lost 2-1 against Sakurai, so that also cut her whole thing short. Djokovic won 2-0 against Struff, and then Konta won 2-0 against Sakurai, the person who knocked out Williams, and then Konta then lost 2-1 against Azarenka. I think I said that right. And then Djokovic won 2-1 versus Bautista. So he's basically the winner in this. So the people I will report will be the people I've said: Rafael Nadal and Roger Federer when they both play, but they haven't played, they've not played for ages. So there's just nothing to report on with them. Moving on to the football, there is so much transfer news. I might have to kind of quick fire it, but I'm going to try and get through all the news that isn't transfer news first, and then we'll kind of have to go from there. So starting with the news that isn't transfer news, Harry Maguire was named in the England squad, which is a bit weird because he kind of was going in trial, but then when he got found guilty, he's now gone and has been replaced by Maitland-Niles and Connor Cody. Still not left back, but it's fine. We can just play without a left back. We don't need a left back. What else has been going on? Greenwood, Calvin Phillips, Ings and Abraham were all named in the squad. Yet Grealish and Chilwell weren't. Neither was Saka. So, yeah. What else has been going on? Messi says he wants to leave Barca. That's pretty big. He might be 33, but Vardy just got a golden boot when he was 33. So if he comes to the Prem, maybe we could see him maybe doing something good. That would be nice. What else has been going on? James Madison extended his contract to 2024, so all the rumours of him going everywhere else, that's gone out the window. Derby will not receive a points deduction because they won the court fight against the EFL, I suppose. I don't really know. I don't know much about Derby, but I just thought I'd report it for the Derby fans out there that are watching this. Chilwell. Oh no, that's transfer news. Dean Henderson has agreed a 6-year deal with Man U, so he won't be going anywhere. He might be he might be going back out on loan again, but he won't be going anywhere long term. Yeah. What else has been going on? Oh, Ibra has signed a 1-year deal with AC Milan. So I don't know how old he'll be after this season, but it's just kind of proving that people like Messi can people ruling Messi off saying he's not worth it. it still can be there. Ibra's getting loads of goals still, and he is very, very consistently good. What else has been going on? Celtic got knocked out of the Champions League in the first qualifying stage against Hungarian champions. I'm gonna have to look how I say this. Ferencváros. 2-1. So that's quite embarrassing, isn't it? I mean, they've not had a great start to the season, and Rangers are kind of going away with it. So I guess it'll make it a bit more interesting, hopefully. Gareth Barry has retired at the most played Premier League player. So he's played the most games in the Premier League than anyone else. It's like 603, I think. And he has retired finally. His last club was West Brom, which, if you don't know, is my club. But I mean, he didn't really do much. He did score like 1 or 2 goals, but he didn't play much because he is quite old now, and that's why he has retired. Moving on now. Any more news? Oh, Arsenal won the Community Shield 5-4 on penalties, where Ryan Brewster was the man to miss his penalty and make it so they didn't go through, which I feel bad for him. He's very young. I mean, there was a lot of young players on that pitch, and it just kind of happened to be him that missed a penalty, but hopefully it won't do anything to him. It shouldn't really, but congratulations to Arsenal. I mean, it kind of just proves that Arteta is actually a decent manager, because 2 trophies in, like, I don't know, 6-7 months, I think. I might be completely lying, but congratulations to him. And Lyon women won 3-1 versus Wolfsburg women to win the Champions League. So, I mean, it's a pretty big deal, but it's just 2 clubs that... I mean, Lyon did well in both competitions, well, male and women Champions League, but Wolfsburg, they haven't been there for a while, have they? And then now onto the transfer news. I'm going to have to make a whole segment for Chelsea here. So Ben Chilwell has gone to Chelsea. Thiago Silva's gone to Chelsea. Malang Sarr's gone to Chelsea. Havertz having a medical to go to Chelsea. I think that's all the Chelsea news. And White isn't allowed to leave Brighton. What else is going on? Malang Sarr has signed for Chelsea. Yep. That's everything on that page. Van der Beek might be going to Man United, but knowing Man United, probably not. It says they're in advanced talks, but we heard that with many a player with Man United, haven't we? And it's just not going to happen, is it? I mean, I might eat my words and they might do it, but we'll have to wait and see. Kolarov is close to signing Inter, which is just kind of goes with the more aging players in Inter Milan's team. But it's fine because they've got Hakimi, and that's all they need. They need 1 young player. That's all they need. Who else has signed or is close to signing? Oh, Eze. Eze signed for Crystal Palace, didn't he, for about 18-19 million? Which, I mean, saying like he might actually flop, because that's a lot. Like, that's quite a lot of money, and yeah, I don't know. I mean, it might not seem like loads in the way that money's getting splashed back now, but it is quite a decent amount of money for a player that you don't really know if he can do it in the Prem. But we will have to wait and see on that one. What else? Rodrigo has gone to Leeds, which, yet again, a bit like Eze, could be a flop, but would be interesting to see how he does, because he is quite good and was doing it quite well in the La Liga, was playing quite well. And that was for about 30 million, so that's a decent amount more than Eze. Doherty has signed for 15 million for Spurs, which I think is a very good signing for Spurs, because they're in need of a right back. He is decent right back, even though it kind of pains me to say because I'm a West Brom fan. And 15 million, you can't really go wrong, because for how much money they have, that's kind of just, I don't know, easy money. Moving on now, and James Rodriguez is close to signing for Everton for 4 mil. So I mean, he had that one good thing, and then that just snapped him up for Real Madrid, didn't it? But now he might be close to leaving, and I think that is it. We've made it to the end of the transfer news. Like, okay, there's just so much going on. And now that's the end of football as well. So there was just so much going on in football this week. I had to do a big segment on it. And then F1 now. So there's been 4 races added to the 20 season, and they are Turkey, Bahrain, and Abu Dhabi. But with Bahrain, it's a bit weird because the first race, which it goes in the inside lane of the Bahrain track, and then the second race, which is completely different, goes on the outside track. So it's a bit weird. Look it up. It does look a bit weird, and that doesn't seem to happen loads in F1, but it is. So good luck to the racers. And in the Belgian Grand Prix, Hamilton won again. You kind of expect that. Leclerc and Vettel are still doing very average. The Renault team did quite well. They got, I think, 5th and 6th, if I'm right. And yeah, Bottas came second, Verstappen came third. It's kind of what you expect at the moment. And Sainz. So if you don't know in racing, you go around the track and then you park to get your position. He was doing that around the track lap, and then his engine just failed and smoke started coming out of it, so he had to go into the pits, and the car said they're not going to start the race. So I feel bad for him because they spend so much time working on the car and it just doesn't work on the one time where it needs to work, which is stupid. But and I think that is the end of the F1 sector, and in the final sector, which is the cricket. So cricket this week, James Anderson, congratulations to him. A round of applause. He became the first fast bowler to reach 600 wickets. It took him the final few wickets I saw was quite annoying for him because it took a lot of time. And like there was a few spills from the catchers from fielders, that's the word. And yeah, that kind of slowed him down. But he did eventually end up getting it. And then England won the series 1-0 against Pakistan after drawing the final test, which basically means they won, but the final test kind of got called off, so they kind of just let them win. So yeah, fair enough. And I guess the T20 cricket, they've had one game, and it kind of England did all right, but then it got called off bad weather, and I think yesterday actually they ended up winning it. So congratulations to England again, winning the first test against them in the T20 England cricket. But yeah, that is all for today's video. And I mean, there's a lot going on. I don't know how much it will be each week, but because there is a lot going on in sport at the moment, I've got to keep you updated. So come back next week when I will be doing another one of these, and I'll keep you guys updated. Sorry if this is lagging a little bit. I don't know why it's doing that, but hope you did enjoy. Like, subscribe as always. Comment anything that you think I should do better. I feel like I've gotten into it a bit more this time. Not as much freezing, but thanks for watching.